Hello everyone and welcome to another Historic video. So today we're taking a look at Korra's Jeskai deck in Historic format. So this is a control deck that we're going to be playing. I was thinking about playing this in Timeless, but I just can't bring myself to play a 3-color deck in Timeless format. Flage requires double white and double red, which is just not gonna fly, in my opinion, in Timeless format, especially if those two colors are not the main color. So I'm playing this in Historic where land destruction isn't a thing, so let's take a look. So Korra's Jeskai, we're playing Rebel Shanty and Hymn to the Ages, and as a result, we're also playing 3 copies of Snapcaster Mages, and we're also not playing that many counter spells in the main deck. We only play 2 copies of No More Lies, and most of our main board interactions happens to be like removal spells with Rebel Shanty, Prismatic Ending, Fragment Reality, but we also have a lot of board wipes. We have 2 copies of Supreme Verdict, and we also have 2 copies of Wrath of the Skies as well. And as for the threats, we have 4 copies of Flage and 4 copies of Quantum Riddler, and both of which can be kind of cheated out with Ephemerates and Consign to Memory. Although the Ephemerate's not going to work as well with the Flage, but it's still going to be a lot of damage if you can Ephemerate this card. And Consign to Memory happens to be relatively powerful in Historic format at the moment because there's a lot of Eldrazi's. Lastly, we have copy of Arena of Glory, which has a pretty nice interaction with the Quantum Riddler, since the warp effect actually doesn't sacrifice a creature that comes onto the battlefield until the end step. So you can potentially Arena of Glory, haste in like double Quantum Riddlers on the battlefield to deal 8 damage. So that is another thing that you can do in this deck, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to try this deck out. So thanks to that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Historic Best of 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright. Playing against a Giganta deck. Seems like a wizard deck. A wizard deck. We are missing a Consign to Memory to haste Flage in. So because of the way opponent cast it, both of the emblems are gonna proc on like the first creature they cast. Because I only have 1 instant speed interaction, this actually works in my favor. Since I can go Fragment Reality this and into a Flage. Wizard's Lightning. Okay. A Balmort. So they're back on the Reckless Charge list. Okay. 2 cards in the yard. I probably just have to Flage here. Now I'll play the Meticulous Archive. We could still lose. Quantum Riddler, that's really good. Do a play with fire. So opponent's not gonna be able to haste the creature in, which is good. We'll shock it in for no more lies. And Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. We go to next one. We go to next one. Dispute. Stern Scolding. I don't think we increase the number of these spells. Probably. I'm gonna go down on some Consigned Memory, so that's going to make our Quantum Riddler plus Flage a little bit worse, but we are putting in more removal spells as a result. And I'm going to cut some Snapcaster Mages. Maybe keep 2. And go down on the Wrath of the Skies. I think this hand could work. We have the Verge for the Prismatic Ending turn 1. I think if this was a tap land, I probably might have not kept this hand. Seems like they're a little bit more on the burn list with the things like Play with Fire. Okay, so they're missing a land because they scryed. Loris. I'm gonna be greedy and keep this hand. White and green. So opponent's playing like some sort of a valid combo deck. I actually don't have any interaction spell outside of a Supreme Verdict. This is most devastating. Okay, we got a Prismatic Ending. Just looking for that 4th land here. Okay, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty strong. That is pretty strong. I could Quantum Riddler, draw 2 cards. Or I can just do this now and then try to look for a land. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because the moment we get to our 6th land, we can go Snapcaster, get back Serene Verdict. Johnny.
Fight beside me, brother.
Consign. Maybe I should have actually shocked. Val. Okay, let's see if I can get another land. Okay, we got a lot of lands actually. We're gonna pass with the Consign up. Birthing Ritual. I should get rid of this because the Johnny's gonna transform, right? That's not exactly true. I can just consign the triggered ability. The birthing ritual is annoying though. Yeah, it is a bit annoying. Third Soul Warden. Rebel Shanty. We'll go like so. Draw a bunch of cards. Oh yeah, I think we won. We're gonna leave up Rebel Shanty next turn. So this is the combo they have is a 3-card combo.
Where shall we hunt today?
So we shouldn't expect like the combo to come out anytime soon. I could have actually gotten rid of a Guide of Soul. That's actually my bad. Oh, I have to hold full control. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. I feel like that should be good enough. Oscillate Pride. That's so many cards that we just got. Holy. Yeah, we just drew like... I mean, that's the power of Chorus, right? Like, it's just so good against like creature decks. Okay, we're gonna cut Consigns. Times like these, I kind of miss things like Wear and Tear. I'm gonna have a Dress Down as well to stop the combo. I think that's it. Okay, we got Prismatic Ending, Supreme Verdict, Dress Down. Not so bad. I think you should always get rid of the life gain creatures. Because the combo happens from a life gain, right? Do I keep this? No, right? I need lands. Maybe I like put full control here to kind of trick them into thinking I have something. Shocking would have been way better, but oh yeah, Shocking would have been sick. I was actually going to Flage, but opponent got an Oscillate Pride, so if they go Val into Trollosara, we lose the game. Hmm. Kind of awkward. Invasion. That's really strong, actually. So they're gonna take away the Supreme Verdict now. So I have to top deck like Wrath of the Skies. But that's not even gonna work, actually. Because they can sacrifice the Invasion. Oh boy. Strong card. Super strong card. So I just need to like... So I need to top deck a board wipe, basically. But even then, I might just lose the game. Seems like a bit late, you know? Because they got that, we are guaranteed dead. So, that is a very strong card. That is a very strong card. We need to make sure the board state doesn't become large like that for that to be useful. Ah, this hand... I'm gonna keep it. That's unlucky. Yeah, our hand is questionably bad. I don't get it. I don't get it. Wow. Okay. Guess I should have mulliganed. I thought maybe, you know, because we're going first, I should keep the 7-card hand instead of going down to a 6-card hand. But somehow gotten worse. You know? Somehow gotten worse. Insane. Okay, that's kind of lucky.
What a beautiful day, brother.
I need 8 mana to play Snapcaster Mage. Ugh. Stop! What are the chances of this happening? What is going on? Opponent just cursed me. Yeah, my opponent just cursed me. There's no other way. There's no other way. I've been cursed. I have been cursed. There is still a way to win the game. And that is by drawing him to the ages. That will win me the game. How is this possible? What is going on? Okay, apparently I am just destined to lose this game. It's just not possible. I was just destined to lose this one. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we had exactly 3 playable cards the whole time. Just 3. Oh my god. Okay, complain enough and you shall be given grace. What? What? Okay, this is insane. Excuse me? I mean, I just don't know what to say about that. I got more lands. Okay. I'm not sure what to say. So the cards that can win me the game are Snapcaster Mage into him, or draw another him into a board wipe. That's it, right? Okay, I need to draw a board wipe. Okay, that is a start. Oh my god. Oh. It is still kind of diabolical that we still drew like 2 lands this turn, but... Oh wait. Oh my god, I forgot about Loris. That's my bad. I forgot about Loris because I was just so tilted this game this whole time. Oh no. I forgot about Loris. No.
Nothing is more important than family.
So even if opponent gets a Vala here, they can't really combo. So I should just get rid of this. These cards are so useless. I'm so sad about these cards. I'm so sad. Ephemerate. I think I need to like look for like a Flage, another Wrath, Snapcaster Mage. I think this might be my last turn. Opponent just topped the card. Okay, we got a Flage. That's a start. They still kept it on top. If I normalize twice, if it's a 2-mana card, I can actually counter. I can't play this, right? I'll only have 3 mana. This flood is insane, by the way. So opponent's gonna pay 3, and then we're gonna play No More Lies again. This game was something else. I kid you not. It was something else. Maybe this deck needs like way to like, I don't know, like what does it need? Like maybe to discard some cards, like potentially like a Fable comes to mind. It was honestly like an absurd flood that I've seen. So even if they get a combo piece here, they can't combo because they don't have a life gain.
May our axes strike as one.
Stern Scolding. Alright, GG's. Invasion of Gobakin. Extremely strong card versus us. Okay. Removal. Although I can't play it until next turn. But should be good enough. Energy. Actually, it could be, what is it called? Yeah, this kind of deck. Well, I can't let that be. Sentinel's Eyes. Ethereal Armor. Does the Flash enchantment give indestructible, or is it just protection? I don't know, actually. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It's a hexproof, I see. It's a hexproof. Unfortunately, I actually have to do it like this. And I probably want to do it right now because opponent could have another Shard Mage's Rescue. Another target creature you control. So it's another. They went with that. I mean, it kind of does make sense. This could be another Shard Mage's Rescue, or... we'll see. My god. So many. So many. So, I'm gonna need another board wipe, right? A hymn. Okay, Arena Glory was actually really good. I'll leave out Ratha's Skies. I might ephemerate the Flage, by the way. I mean, that can happen, like, the next turn. Since I can keep attacking with the Flage. We'll see. If they use a removal spell, I can ephemerate. I feel like we should have this. A lot of people playing, like, super meta decks today. Like, nobody's playing any, like, off-meta stuff. Alright. This should be okay, right? Because I can Flage attack into an Ephemerate, which will effectively give me more life here. We got a Snapcaster Mage. Okay, we got Ribble Shanty anyways. Perfect. We're gonna put an Upkeep Stomp in case we have to use the Ephemerate. Okay, we're okay with that. Into a draw. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We got prismatic ending, so... This is 9 damage. I think we won. Because we can hasten the Snapcaster Mage, right? What happens if you dress down something that got Shard Mages rescued? I'm pretty sure it falls off all the key text that they get. I'm almost positive. I'm gonna go down on some Snapcaster. Maybe these two as well. Thinking about actually a Consign memory probably is a bit worse than another Flage. I'm pretty sure the way the dress down works against Aura is it gets rid of all the text that they got from the Aura that happened before I cast the dress down. So for example, like if an Aura gives them like haste, they will lose the haste if I dress down. But if they cast an Aura after the dress down, they'll get the haste. Opponent, you have to play a card. Nice. All right. I'll probably shanty this. Another Giver Runes. Wah, wah, wah. So they are protecting the Giver Runes with their 1-mana removal. I think I have to play this Rogrin Triumph now. If I want to go Prismatic Ending and Fragment Reality in a single turn. So, opponent only has 2 lands, and they probably have like Light Paw stuck in their hand. They most likely do not want to play this 2-mana card unless they can protect it with the 1-mana card, so I think this kind of gives away the fact that they do have a 1-mana card protection spell, potentially. Esper Sentinel. Okay. What to do? So if I Prismatic Ending, opponent uses a protection spell on the Giver Runes. Which means next turn they might play out a mana card. And I'll go into Supreme Verdict. I'll play the Prismatic Ending here. Okay, so that we know this was gonna happen for sure. And now we're gonna pass. The opponent did find another land. Into a core Spirit Dancer. I probably cannot pay this. Yep. I'm gonna pass my turn here. Stern Scolding. Okay, I think we got this. I think we won. Alright, GG's. Alright. So we played this deck today. There were a lot of creature decks today, so that was really good. We got this deck does have a lot of board wipes, a lot of interactions, which is good. Same with the Flage as well. The things that I didn't quite like, the deck has no filter. So if you draw a land, you're gonna play it on the battlefield. Which means, like, if you flood, for instance, this actually happened in 2 games that I played. You just keep drawing lands, and because the deck doesn't have any filters, such as like letting you loot a card, you just keep drawing lands, and that's it. So in the middle of the session, I did put in a copy of a 3 Steps Ahead instead of a copy of a Consign to Memory because I'm not seeing any Eldrazi's in the format at the moment. That could be because they're either already mythic, or maybe they just got bored of it. You know, next week, there could be a ban for the Eldrazi, so people aren't playing as much. That could be the reason, so I decided to play a copy of a 3 Steps Ahead, which could be good. Other than that, this deck actually might be playing a little bit too much red mana, like green-white mana here. We could potentially go down on a copy of a Sacred Foundry, perhaps, and add a copy of actually, that's not even gonna work because right now we have a 15-18-15 split, which is already a little bit lower than expected. I don't want to play another Rogran Triumph for that purpose as well. The ideal combination of colors are 16 white and 16 red and 16 blue. I don't think I can fit that in. I would have to drop something like a Hull of the Storm Giant, which I don't want to do. Or I can potentially like drop one of these for a Rogran Triumph. Potentially, right? Potentially. Yeah, maybe I drop like a Thundering Falls for Rogran Triumph. Kind of hard to say actually. And maybe a Thundering Falls for Rogran Triumph. Because you really need 16 white mana for the Supreme Verdict and the Wrath of the Skies, so that you can consistently cast it on turn 4. But overall, I think the deck was okay. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, the deck doesn't have a filter, so I decided to put a 3 Steps Ahead, so you can kinda draw and discard, kinda loot in a sense. A lot of times, I felt like I was kinda flooding a lot. Besides that, I'm not sure about the Snapcaster Mage. The only reason I'm playing Snapcaster Mage is because of the Hymn to the Ages and the Rebel Shanty. And you might be tempted to say, hey, why don't you play Lotus Field in the deck when you have Consign to Memory in the main deck? Well, that also kind of forces the deck to play things like Strict Proctor, which doesn't synergize well with the Snapcaster Mage. That means like our Hymn to the Ages and our Chorus cards become worse if the Snapcaster Mage also gets shut down. And instead of using the Consign to Memory on the Flage and Quantum Riddler, you're gonna be using the consigned memory for the Lotus Field when that happens. So you're kind of allocating your tempo resources into your lands, especially at that, like, Lotus Field is highly inconsistent in my opinion, so I don't quite like it. As for the sideboard, you might be like asking why I play things like Stone Rain. This is for Eldrazi. Because we don't have things like Charmaw, we're playing Stone Rain, which is significantly worse, but sometimes you kind of have to. So we have 3 copies of Stone Rain, Stern Scolding for creatures, Test of Talent for combo, Dovin's Veto for other blue decks or even combo, Mystical Dispute for blue decks, Surgical for combo, Dress Down against creatures and aura decks. This card is especially good against aura because I believe, for example, if an aura gives first strike onto a creature, for instance, or haste, but if you play the Dress Down after that, the creature loses that ability. But if they use an aura spell post Dress Down, they will still retain that ability. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So the Dress Down is actually really good for that purpose. Plus, it has some synergy with the Dress Down and Flage, if you want to kind of cheat it out. Disruptor Food against Belchers or like Shifting Woodland, combo decks, and a copy of Wrath of the Skies for creature decks as well. So yeah, that is a sideboard. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.